I don't know about you guys, but I keep getting ads for these personal styling boxes that arrive at your door with the perfect outfit. But can they really find an outfit that's actually your style? You guys know me, I had to try it out for myself. So this week I tried 4 of these different companies out, and I'm gonna let you guys know what I thought of it. So they all start by giving you about a 15-minute survey about your preferences. They collect all your sizes, your occupation even, your weight, and then they usually will give you a few styles, and then you pick the one that you like the best. All of them were pretty similar, and this is kind of how they judge what they're gonna pick for you. They each charge a $20 styling fee, but if you end up buying anything, the fee just goes towards the items. If you don't though, you still get charged. So I ordered them all, and 1 to 2 weeks later, they all had arrived. So we're gonna start out with the most well-known one, the one that you guys have probably heard of, Stitch Fix. I had no idea, but once I looked into it, Stitch Fix is actually a huge company. It's worth over $1 billion and was founded in 2011. And I really had only just heard about it this year, which is kind of crazy. So clearly they already have a lot of customers and a lot of people loving their service, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna love it. There is something fun about just not knowing what's gonna be inside, so I did kind of like that until I opened it. This one got here super quick. Let's take a look inside. It's kind of heavy. I'm like, are there shoes in here? The side of the box kind of got hit a little bit, but it's okay. Oh, so they sent a couple options actually. Okay. So first we have this gray sweater. It's a little plain. It's from the brand Honey Punch, which I've actually bought clothes from before, so I think they did a pretty good job. They also sent this, oh, it's like a pinkish cardigan. Kind of matches what I got going on today actually. And they sent these random leggings. Honestly, I have so many leggings. These are definitely going back. They also sent, okay. I don't love it. I just don't like the wash of this skirt. We've also got, they're just some plain colored Keds. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's not really my favorite, but I also don't like hate it. I definitely would never normally wear all of these together. For the most part, everything fits. I mean, even the shoes fit pretty well. The skirt's a little big. I decided to show the outfit to a couple of my friends to see if they thought it matched my style. Okay, rating out of 10.
For it to go together, like a 2 out of 10, honestly.
I give it a 4. Oh my
Wait. How is this supposed to work?
Church, you're first grade teacher.
No, I was literally about to say you look like a teacher. Yeah. Like these fabrics don't, like this shouldn't be happening. Yeah. The skirt could be fine. I mean, the skirt looks too big, but it could be fine with like a different top.
Sweater thing, not with the skirt or the jacket. I hate the skirt.
I mean, I think individually, like you could definitely make all of the items work, but like,
the more I'm wearing them, the more I'm like, I kind of don't like any of these. Okay, here's how I would actually style this outfit. I think the cardigan just has such a casual vibe to it, and it was my favorite piece. I kind of just got rid of everything else except the shoes. In the end, when I was being honest with myself, I didn't really love any of these, so I returned them all. Some of the pieces were okay, but I really don't want to spend my money on something that I think is just okay. So in the end, I ended up paying the $20 styling fee for pretty much nothing, and I also had to spend the time to go return it. So I decided to give Stitch Fix my feedback and give them one more shot though to see if they would actually match my style. Okay, take 2 on Stitch Fix. Here we have it. First off, you just can't miss the leopard printed top. I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone, but like, you know, what's special about it? Next, they did this mustard yellow jacket. Mustard is a bold move. This is kind of cool. I feel like it could be interesting. Lastly are a pair of liquid leggings. These are Spanx brand. I actually do like these. These are like the one thing that I actually think are pretty cool. These pieces were at least more trendy, but something about each of them I just didn't really love. I didn't think any of the pieces were really that flattering. And again, I decided just to return everything. Except the Spanx leggings. Those were pretty cool, but I just bought a pair that's super similar, so kind of felt overkill to have 2. So the next one we're gonna try out is called Frank and Oak. So Frank and Oak is a Canadian company, and unlike Stitch Fix, they only sell their own products. So you're not gonna get pieces from a bunch of different brands, but only from Frank and Oak. Just from looking on their website, I like the outfits, so I had high hopes going into Frank and Oak, but let's see how they did. Okay, ooh, a lot of neutral colors, I like that. First thing we've got is a sweatshirt. Interesting, I mean, okay. It's just a plain black sweatshirt. I kind of like that, as plain as it is. Kind of like it. Next is, oh, okay, these green pants. I mean, these are pretty cool. These look really nice, actually. They look kind of like something you might find at Aritzia. Quality seems good. Next. Oh, yikes. What? Did something get all over this one? Oh no. So it's just a plain black shirt, but there's like stuff all over it. Wow, that's kind of concerning. Okay, so I actually found this on the website, and the shirt is supposed to be like that. They call it a speckle t-shirt. It does look kind of cool, but it also looks like maybe your dryer messed up your clothes. And lastly, this sort of yellow top. Normally I wouldn't go for this color, but I really like the texture. I like the material of it. Yeah, I guess I'll go try this stuff on. Here's the yellow shirt. I feel like the 2.5 Men guy. Like, I feel like he would wear a shirt like this. Really not reinventing the wheel here, but I mean, I do like it. I would wear this. I actually really like this. They definitely got my style way better than Stitch Fix. Wow. But I think that just the clothing that they have is more my style. So yeah, I like it. Very happy to report I actually kept something. I kept these pants, but I did return everything else. The pants ended up being $90 though, and I found it was really easy to justify spending that much when I already had it with me and didn't want to return it. The next one we're gonna try is very similar to Stitch Fix. So this one is called Wantable. Just like Stitch Fix, it's $20 for a box. Their website and everything looks a little more gimmicky than Stitch Fix. So honestly, my expectations are kind of low going into this one. But you know what? Maybe they'll surprise me. All right, we're gonna take a look inside. First, we have this purple top. Oh, okay. You know, feels like something my mom would wear. Next, just a plain white t-shirt. I mean, it looks all right. Don't hate it. How can you really hate this though? Like, there's not a lot to say about it. Next, we have this kind of long sweater. Well, not really a sweater, it's just like a long sleeve gray t-shirt. Then we've got these green pants. These are kind of cool. They actually sound like a lot of stuff. These black leopard printed pants. I don't know, I mean, I think these are kind of cool too. And lastly, a long sleeve black t-shirt. Just kidding, this is the last thing. Oh, just these earrings. This stuff doesn't look horrible. Like, I could probably wear it for a day and no one would think that it was like a super weird outfit. Okay, so here we have the first outfit. I mean, I don't hate the shirt. I mean, it is so plain though. I know I already have like a ton of stuff like this. I feel like this is just such a non-effort outfit. Like, they didn't even try. It's just like some pants and a white shirt. So just like Stitch Fix, this box really didn't end up working out for me. I just felt the styles were really basic, nothing too special, you know, nothing horrible about them, but I just didn't really love any of them, and so I didn't want to actually pay for them. I will say these boxes though really did tempt me to want to keep stuff because I already had it. I think if I regularly did these boxes, I would probably have a spending problem. According to NPR, 91% of Americans say they rarely or never return things. So you really got to be real with yourself. Will you actually make the effort to return this stuff? Because if not, you might end up paying for a bunch of stuff you didn't really even pick out because you forgot or you didn't feel like going to return it. In the end, I'm kind of thinking that these personal styling boxes just aren't for me. It sort of just reminded me that I do enjoy actually shopping. And there have been studies on this. Most of the dopamine hit that you get from shopping comes from the anticipation of it. So really the actual shopping itself, not from actually getting the product. So why would you to skip that part, you know? I can actually see how this would be good for someone who is really busy or who really feels like they don't have a sense of style that they like, or who likes the outfits that these boxes gave me. I mean, just because I don't like them doesn't mean that you might not like them. Style is subjective, and I think that's what makes this style box business such a tricky one. I mean, it's a cool idea, but I wanted to show my actual experience in case anyone else is thinking of doing this. Maybe this will save you some time if you decide you also don't really like what was in the box, or maybe you do like it and you will try it. Okay, so that is pretty much the video. I did actually try one more style box. It was for ThredUp, so it was all thrifted, but I ended up returning it all, so just spoiler alert, I didn't love any of it. Unfortunately, my overall experience with these style boxes was not a really good one. I feel like for the most part, I just didn't like the stuff that much, and if I kept it, I was just like settling on it, you know? Frank and Oak was really the only one that I liked. I thought Stitch Fix would get a hang of my style, but they just like didn't, you know? Overall, I started to really not like the business model of this in general because it was subscription based, so every month they want to send you a new box. So it feels like all the time you're just going to be returning stuff. You could easily forget that you signed up for it, and then it's at your door and it's the stuff that you don't really want to deal with, but you kind of have to. If you guys have tried these, please let me know what you thought of them below. I'm just fascinated by them. So that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!